Welcome to UXL, where you can learn new skills anytime and anywhere. Visit uxl.com to explore our full course selection. This lesson is part of a larger course. Check the video description below for a link to the full course where you can enroll. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. For your convenience, the course cover displayed on your screen provides the complete course title and lesson title. Let's proceed with the lesson. Lesson: Key components of the EU Digital Services Act. The European Union Digital Services Act represents a significant regulatory framework aimed at addressing the complexities and challenges of the digital marketplace. Its primary objective is to create a safer digital space where the fundamental rights of users are protected and to establish a level playing field to foster innovation, growth, and competitiveness. The DSA introduces a range of obligations for digital services, particularly focusing on online intermediaries, such as social media platforms, online marketplaces, and search engines. These obligations are designed to enhance transparency, accountability, and user protection. The DSA sets forth comprehensive rules that demand digital service providers to act responsibly to limit the spread of illegal content, enhance transparency around online advertising, and protect users' rights. Central to the DSA is the notion of due diligence, which requires platforms to take proactive measures to identify and mitigate risks associated with their services. This includes conducting risk assessments, implementing measures to address identified risks, and cooperating with national authorities in their enforcement efforts. Moreover, the DSA mandates that very large online platforms with more than 45 million users in the EU must adhere to stricter obligations due to their significant impact on public discourse and the economy. One of the key components of the DSA is the obligation for digital service providers to establish a clear and accessible mechanism for users to report illegal content. This mechanism should be user-friendly and efficient, ensuring that reports are handled swiftly and appropriately. Additionally, service providers must provide users with a transparent explanation of their content moderation policies, including the criteria used to assess and remove content. This transparency is essential to build trust and ensure that users understand the rules governing online interactions. The DSA also introduces obligations for platforms regarding transparency in online advertising. Platforms must ensure that users can easily identify advertisements and understand why they are being targeted with specific ads. This includes providing information about the advertiser and the criteria used for targeting. By increasing transparency in online advertising, the DSA aims to combat issues such as misinformation and the proliferation of harmful content. Furthermore, platforms must offer users the ability to opt out of personalized advertising, thereby enhancing user autonomy and control over their online experiences. To address the challenges posed by very large online platforms, the DSA imposes additional obligations on these entities. VLOPs must conduct annual risk assessments to identify potential systemic risks, such as the dissemination of illegal content, threats to public health and safety, and adverse effects on fundamental rights. These platforms are required to take appropriate measures to mitigate these risks, including adapting their algorithms and content moderation practices. Additionally, VLOPs must appoint compliance officers responsible for ensuring adherence to DSA requirements and cooperate with independent audits to verify compliance. DSA also emphasizes the importance of cooperation between digital service providers and regulatory authorities. Platforms are required to appoint legal representatives within the EU to facilitate communication with national authorities and ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. Moreover, the DSA establishes the European Board for Digital Services, a new regulatory body tasked with overseeing the implementation and enforcement of the DSA. This board will work closely with national authorities to ensure a harmonized approach to regulation and address cross-border issues effectively. Another critical aspect of the DSA is the protection of users' fundamental rights. The DSA explicitly prohibits the use of dark patterns, which are manipulative design practices that deceive users into making unintended choices. By banning dark patterns, the DSA aims to safeguard user autonomy and promote fair and transparent online interactions. Additionally, the DSA enhances user rights by requiring platforms to provide accessible and effective mechanisms for users to appeal content removal decisions. This ensures that users have recourse to challenge unjustified removals and reinforces the principles of free expression and due process. The enforcement of the DSA is supported by a robust system of penalties for non-compliance. Digital service providers that fail to meet their obligations under the DSA can face significant fines, up to 6% of their global annual turnover. This stringent penalty regime underscores the importance of compliance and incentivizes platforms to prioritize user protection and transparency. Moreover, the DSA grants national authorities the power to impose corrective measures, such as requiring platforms to modify their content moderation practices or suspend specific services in cases of severe non-compliance. The implementation of the DSA is expected to have far-reaching implications for the digital economy and society at large. By establishing clear rules and responsibilities for digital service providers, the DSA aims to create a safer and more transparent online environment. This, in turn, is likely to foster greater trust among users, encourage responsible innovation, and support the growth of a competitive digital market. Furthermore, the DSA's emphasis on protecting fundamental rights and ensuring accountability aligns with the broader EU commitment to upholding democratic values and human rights in the digital age. In summary, the EU Digital Services Act represents a comprehensive and forward-looking regulatory framework designed to address the challenges of the digital marketplace. By imposing obligations on digital service providers to enhance transparency, accountability, and user protection, the DSA aims to create a safer and more equitable online environment. The DSA's focus on due diligence, transparency in online advertising, risk mitigation for very large online platforms, cooperation with regulatory authorities, protection of fundamental rights, and robust enforcement mechanisms highlights its multifaceted approach to regulation. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, the DSA will play a crucial role in shaping the future of digital services and ensuring that the benefits of digital innovation are realized in a manner that respects and protects users' rights. This concludes the lesson. We trust you found this video informative and engaging. To enroll in the complete course, please use the link provided in the description below. At UXL, we are committed to your learning journey. Each course offers a certificate of completion, online support, and downloadable resource files to enhance your experience. If you found our content valuable, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to supporting your continued pursuit of knowledge.